if you are someone like me who has once expressed his opinion that JAMB should be scrapped, after watching the video of the spokesperson of the Joint Admissions Matriculation Board on Arise TV, your opinion might change. Watch this.
I think the public is getting something very wrong. We must first understand the purpose for which this examination is conducted. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board is established primarily to ensure that it eliminates multiple admissions in tertiary institutions, and it guarantees equity and fairness in the process of admission. Examination only became a vehicle because there is no any other process that we can do this. We can ensure that candidates are justifiably admitted without anybody being shortchanged. And if today we wake up and two things happen: one, that there are sufficient spaces as vacancies for especially programs, highly subscribed programs like medicine, law, engineering, and tertiary institution, we will not be conducting admission again, because what qualifies a candidate for university admission is not the UTME, it is the O-level as defined by the Arusha Convention. Once you have your 5 O-level credits, including Maths and English, you are qualified for tertiary institution admission. So the examination we do is an examination of people who are ab initio qualified for this exercise. But because they are much more than the number that is required, we need to do something to ensure that we sift and then we fetch those ones that are better than the others. Now, talking about 200 and above, our examination is not a pass-fail dichotomy examination per se. Because when you say pass, fail, as the way the public is looking at it, I don't know who has passed or who has failed. But for instance, I want to read in a particular university somewhere. With 250, I may be admitted into medicine. But I want to go to University of Ibadan, for instance, with 320, I will not have a chance. I stand no chance to get admission into medicine in University of Ibadan with 320 or University of Lagos with 320. But somebody with 250, 270 in another university elsewhere will be admitted. So in the final analysis, if you have 320 and you are not admitted, and somebody has 350, he's admitted. Who has failed the exam or who has passed? Or somebody that has 170 or 180, and he wants to read physics single honors, or he wants to read agriculture, or he wants to go into education, and he's admitted. And you have 320, you want to read medicine, and you're not admitted. So by the time they close the admission exercise, and two of you are seated somewhere, they will say, okay, you search for 2025 at UTME, and this man with 180 is admitted, you with 320 is not admitted. So who has failed, who has passed? And that explains why you cannot look at it within the concept of fail pass, or within the concept of somebody scoring this. It is a ranking exercise. These candidates are all qualified by virtue of their O-level requirement that they have. But because we don't have sufficient spaces to accommodate everybody, that is why we are doing this exam.
So there you have it. To be fair, I think he's made some really valid points, and this makes more sense now, because if we are all clamoring that we should scrap JAMB, then we will have to replace JAMB with something else, because we have to still sieve through every candidate that wants to get into the university, because not everyone is going in to write the same thing. Just like how you have in secondary school, after primary school, you all know that you're going to JS1. But in the university level, you are all going into the university to study different things that needs different requirements. So like he said, it's very possible that you will have a high score in JAMB and end up waiting 2-3 years at home, because the course you want to study, for example engineering or medicine, requires a higher score and you didn't meet that, while someone who is going for a course that doesn't require that high score, who might just get maybe 200 or a little less than 200, would even get an admission before you. Neither of you have failed. The only difference is the requirement of you entering the institution has changed. But the only argument here now that I feel is now valid is, should institutions still carry out post-UTME? Or are we just still stuck in a loop of just having multiple examinations determining the same thing? Well, I'd like to know you guys' comments below. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content, hit the like button, follow us on all our channels, and we'll catch you on the next bit. Peace.